Recap if you're new here. Episode 1, Knocked, Small, Verrückt, Scary. Episode 2, Shino Unique, Doris Goated. Episode 3, Kino Bad, Sorry, 5 Good. The playlist is linked below. But now, let's jump into the Black Ops DLC season. It's now March 2011, nearly 3 years since Knocked and Toten. We've gotten 6 zombie maps, all loved by the community at the time.
Yes, even you.
Kino.
But the problem is, Black Ops has been out since November, and 5 months of Kino is 4 months too many. So by this time, we were very ready to play something new.
What do you need?
New zombies map?
Unlike World at War, we actually had expectations for this DLC season. Doris had set the bar high, and pressure was building at Treyarch. The next year of zombies needed to change everything just to keep the momentum going, and Ascension might have been the perfect map to do just that.
And yes, you are correct. These are authentic Russian cosmonaut monkey zombies.
Right at launch, Ascension became one of the most loved maps ever, which makes sense. It's also one of the easiest maps ever, and most of us were dog shit in 2010.
Butterball, you fucking suck.
But even with its lack of difficulty, Ascension is really good. It didn't just follow the formula, it expanded it. So let's boot it up. Its first impression is one of the most underrated things about Ascension.
Main power offline, auxiliary power activated.
Right away, they show you what sets the map apart. The lunar lander, the centrifuge, shit turns black and white for some reason, and then some random just starts asking you for help.
Please.
No.
The mechanism must be repaired.
But the map's unique feel doesn't stop when you leave spawn. It's our first location set in Russia, and you can feel the space race vibes as you explore. Of course there's the big fuck off rocket, but also this big Communist Party mural. The hidden song bearers are actually carrying sickles, which is now buyable instead of the bowie. And check this out, there are 4 Matryoshka dolls around the map based off our 4 characters, and they even have voice lines.
Your eyes are empty, Takeo.
Most beautiful work of craftsmanship.
And look, the Russian zombies are drunk. So funny.
Wait, are you guys related to Nikolai?
Overall, Ascension's early game is nearly perfect. The Pack-a-Punch quest is simple, but costs you a lot of points, so you spend the first 10 to 15 rounds exploring and getting your setup. And once you do get your guns, perks, and link all 3 landers, you get to literally shoot a rocket into space, or shoot the rocket down for a double points.
There it goes.
It's just a really cool centerpiece moment that makes playing Ascension feel different from other maps. All in all, the setup process is just really satisfying, until you hear this.
Warning, re-entry detected.
They replaced dog rounds with these boys. And while it's nice to see some variation with special enemies, most people hate these damn monkeys.
It's kind of annoying having to defend them anyway.
They drop in on spaceship things and just start running around the map, but they're not after you. They're trying to take away your perks by making sweet love to the machines. If you can kill them all before they touch any of them, you'll get a free perk, but then you'll just lose it again when they come back next time. It's a lot like the Pentagon Thief, except the risk reward is really off. But my biggest problem with these rounds is they take forever. The monkeys are tiny, move slow, and they crash land literally all over the place then scatter in different directions. I feel like 9 out of 10 times, these rounds end up in everyone just running around looking for the last monkey so we can all move on.
Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?
The main upside of monkey rounds is they make Ascension just a little bit harder. The map's a bit too easy when you're fully set up, and while they're annoying, the monkeys stop you from having all 4 perks at once most of the time. There are 2 perks you'll definitely want though, PhD Flopper and Stamina Up. They're the first new ones since Verrückt, and at first we were all just excited about PhD because dolphin dive explosions, but once that got old, we used it because it got rid of splash damage. You could essentially become a demigod with the ray gun or Mustang and Sally. Meantime, Stamina Up makes you run faster and longer. It was basically a requirement on this map because Ascension is chonky as hell.
Mega chonker. Oh Lord, he coming!
It feels like it's twice the size of anything before it, and without stamina, it can really feel like a chore just getting across the map. The landers aren't helpful, and Gersh device teleportation is random. Those are the only fast travel systems we have. But that's mostly okay, because the trade-off is there's so much open space, which is one of the reasons Ascension is so iconic. No matter where you go, training is easy as hell. The spawn room, stamina, pack-a-punch, the sickle area, there are so many places to just run around and survive. But this map also had the holy grail of training spots.
Coming off.
The PhD platform might be the most iconic location in Zombies history. It's a big area with literally no objects in your way. There legitimately just couldn't be a better place to run laps.
I'm a fucking god now! You're fucked!
That made high rounding mainstream. This is the first map where you join a lobby with randoms, and instead of either camping together or running around like idiots, people would just call dibs on their favorite training spots.
Oh my god! That's no!
Ascension is a lot like Shinonoma. It helped the mode grow by empowering new players, showing them what it feels like to succeed in a game of zombies. If Kino was your first map, this might have been the first one you remember being really good at, and that's why Ascension is so special to so many people. But it also makes playing the map for more than 20 rounds just a little bit boring. Your only real obstacle is your attention span. That's why it's a good thing that for the first time ever, there's a reason to replay the map other than just surviving. It has an actual main quest.
We've never been more back. Floating royalty-free fonts. Yeah. Okay.
A Casimir mechanism. You know where that is, right?
Huh? Cashmere's a song by Led Zeppelin.
Nowadays, every map has an egg, and it's usually found and completed in just hours. Then between YouTube, Steam guides, and accelerated ideas, it loses a bit of the mystery. But Ascension was the first, and it took a long time for the average player to find out about it. How could you blame us? Most of this is nonsense.
I don't know what it's doing, but it's doing it.
You throw a Gersh device at this thing over here, interact with a TV, press some buttons, sit next to a clock and scroll TikTok for 2 minutes.
The engaging part of the Easter egg.
And then the best step, take the landers in a specific order to collect the letters L-U-N-A in order. Then, finally, you get to shoot a bunch of very specific guns at this thing and free the freak who is asking us for help at the start of the map.
You can go here right now. I'm getting angry.
Obviously, Treyarch was still experimenting with these types of quests. They didn't have it perfected yet, and the majority of your time will be spent spinning the box. And because of all that RNG, it can be really frustrating when you spend 2 hours chasing the box just for a random disconnect to happen. Alright, so I just called it the spawn. Can you tell me the order, though?
Connection lost to host, so no, I can't.
Are you, is it, that is incredibly unfortunate.
Whopper, 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 whopper.
In a lot of ways, it's terrible game design. It's exclusionary, janky. Are they not just T-posing and floating at you?
No, but I wish they were.
And tells a confusing story, but it's also executed brilliantly, and that's the foundation for what zombies would become. But honestly, overall, it's still pretty fun, especially for Treyarch's first run at this type of thing.
Oh? Huh.
And the reward.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for.
Oh god, the reward just makes it all worth it. Oh nice, there it is.
I sure hope that was a good idea.
A death machine that you can't even really use because you have to find the crawler that's across the map. And even though the ending's anticlimactic and it's annoying it requires 4 people without a mod, the quest is still pretty solid, and so is the rest of Ascension. It's unique, the setup is fun, and it's one of the best maps if you're just looking to down some drinks and chill with the boys on Discord. And for as good as Ascension was, it was supposed to be even better. The original plan was for this to be a launch map. It would include things like a chainsaw, another new perk, the AK-47, and even a 5th lunar lander, but a lot of stuff was cut for time and hardware limitations. And not that anyone missed it, but it's the only map other than Noct without double tap. In the version that did ship, Ascension walked so maps after it could run. Its size, quest, Easter eggs, and focus on training were all things we hadn't seen before, but they'd all become staples of zombies after. Jumping into our ratings, that's why it gets a 10 for innovation. It also gets a 10 for reception and casual gameplay. The high rounds are boring, but the setup is fun and we have a quest, so I'm giving it a 6 for replayability. And between the side Easter eggs, the whole color thing, and the rocket, it earns an 8 for setting. That brings Ascension to an 8.8 in the A tier. But while Ascension was a great start to the Black Ops DLC season, the best was still to come. The map we'll look at next time is a certified GOAT. Well, if you made it this far, I just want to say thanks for watching. We're going through every map in this series, so subscribe if you enjoyed, because plenty more is on the way, and we've already done, every map before this, so link to the playlist is below. And for those of you that have been following me, sorry this took so long. My family was here, so I took some time off for that, and then I really wanted to spend some time behind the scenes doing some technical stuff, just trying to improve the video quality. So I think that really helped, and I'd rather this series be good than punctual, if that makes sense. But that being said, we are going back to the 2-week schedule starting now. And pretty soon here, I'm planning on streaming some zombies. It won't be on YouTube just yet, but I have the link down below if you want to follow, and I'll be tweeting out a schedule and putting it on Discord. But other than that, I'll see you all next time.